Good morning. So today I'm going to be playing the Risk of Rain 2 Archipelago. Let's make sure everything's set up properly. Yeah, we're good. I'm going to be playing as the Bandit. To explain what Archipelago is, I'm going to be playing with... I've got some items already. Basically, how it works is that I have item checks that I can make that send items to other people's game, and they're sending me items as well. Attack speed's good. I can't see if there's any more equipment. So basically, as you can see, I've got 51 items checked already. And I'm also playing on Monsoon just to try and make it a bit more of a challenge. But basically, what I'm doing is I'm trying to beat the game while going through these things. Risk of Rain tends to be harder at the very beginning of an async and then easy by the end. But sometimes you can get combos of items that make it a lot harder. Like if you've got a lot of lunar items in the pool, you can... Like I had one run where I ended up with, I think, 4 shaped glass, which means I had like a quarter of my normal health pool. That's a terrible miss. But I have a white scrap, so I can just automatically do this. The item will go to the item pool. Sometimes items in the item pool will be mine anyway, but it's quite unlikely with 500 people in this. And it's not actually just Risk of Rain that's in the pool. There's a dozen games, I think, now. So it can be quite a fun experience, I find. I tend to play like Factoria, Risk of Rain, Link to the Past in these sorts of things, but some people play other games like there's a Castlevania, like a Metroidvania game called, it's called Time Spinners that's in it. Or there's an old RPG, Final Fantasy 1's in it. Super Mario 64. Basically anything where you can randomize something about it that's slowly putting in this async. I'm playing on a pad just to ease. My hands are a bit shaky for playing mouse and keyboard for shooters. Also, with this character, it's possible to fly if I get lucky. I really could do with a newt statue, but they seem to have been quite rare so far. Like, I did several runs yesterday, and I think I got one. The first run I had got a newt statue, and I haven't had one since. I gotta say, that thing on my head looks so silly on the bandit's hat. Just gives the front of my hat a weird snout. I'll give it another 30 seconds trying to find a newt statue, and then I'll just look for the portal and go. No, I found the portal. I suppose I should probably explain Risk of Rain for people who haven't seen it. Risk of Rain is a roguelike game where you are going through levels, collecting items, trying to either beat a boss, see how far you can get in terms of waves. Like, you can go through multiple waves of this. Wow, there's so many of them, Jesus. That was fairly stressful end to that level, Jesus. I wasn't quite expecting that many enemies to all pop up at the very end. I can explain some of the items as well. The first green item I got is the Warhorn. Increases my attack speed every time I use an equipment. It's a really strong item. I'm a big fan. What else have I got? The newest item I got, the one from the boss, spawns these turrets whenever I use an item. So it can be use a statue or open a chest. Anything I use spawns one of those little turrets that'll shoot for a bit. As you can see, his health pool's draining because he's on a timed life. As you can see, some of them have got symbols on their health bars. Those symbols mean that they are elite enemies. They have a different elements. There are... God, what elements are there? Fire, lightning, frost, malachite, lunar. I think those are the 5. Oh, and perfected, but we won't see perfected until the very last level if I make it that far. Oh, we're going big chest. Nope, small chest. So, what I'm looking for is a newt statue still. I really want to go to the prison part, but just the game does not want me to go. There we go. Yeah, the bandit's got quite good vertical mobility. And there's another character called the Huntress. And she has a lot better horizontal mobility. She can, like, blink around and teleport. But by going to this zone now, it's entirely possible that I can just completely fly if I want to. Now I'm so glad I finally be able to go. Is that a dagger? Dagger would be good. Bleeding is always a nice effect. Let's go for dagger. Right, I'm looking for one more item. I don't want to give up a rusty key box because it's a green item or better. Okay, so I need to find a few more items then. Oh, there we go. I'm actually going to use the rusty key now because I believe that that's fine. So one more item so that I can get the boss item, because basically the rusty key boxes have a higher chance of giving a red item and can minimum green. Let's probably explain the rarities. It goes white is sort of common, then there's uncommon, green. Legendary items are red. Okay, now I go do the boss. Yeah, legendary items are red. Then you have boss items, which are yellow. Equipments are the orange ones. And then you have lunar items, which are blue. And in the new DLC, I believe there's going to be a new type of item called void items or something. I'm actually really looking forward to the new DLC. I can't wait for it. Ah, God's sake. Yeah, the Clay Dune Strider can just be really painful. Killed by the planet, apparently. I'm just going to go straight back in. Now you can see I've got a very different build now. Same equipment though, which is a surprise. Why don't you want to give me any of the easy new Salters game? Infusion's a nice, decent starting item. For the next 100 enemies I kill, I get +1 maximum HP. You can see those little red orbs flying into me. Getting them early on is quite good because you've got time to build up the things. Oh, a scrapper. There's nothing I really want to scrap though, so it's fine. Might just go straight for the boss fight. I can't see the lunar items very fast, so let's go move on. Oh, wisp, okay. Yeah, the safe thing to do with that boss is if you aren't sure you're going to instantly kill it before that explosion goes off, it's just line of sight him, like I did with the rock. The wisp is a really good item for clearing like crowds of enemies because it's able to there we go. The wisp is able to explode and deal a lot of damage to things. So you can see I just damaged that one with an explosion. And then the explosions can chain on each other if you do enough damage. If you crit with them, they do a lot of damage. I think they're critable. Right, I'm going to go... Wait for this to finish. I'll go back to the start area. Get one of those equipment things to reset my location check progress. And then buy the healing drone. I'm finding that healing's being an issue so far. So I just want to get a healing drone and ease it a bit. And since I've already got a really good equipment, this Gorag's Opus, I don't need to worry about getting a one of these equipment boxes wasted. But yeah, if I get, I think, 2 Purity, which is a item you get from Blue Pods or from the Lunar Shop, which I'm trying to go to, this character can just fly, so I can just fly straight to the last boss on the final level and not worry about dealing with his level mechanics. Which is why it'd be really good to get a new altar. Okay, the wetlands, fine. Well, rules are rules, even though it doesn't benefit me. Ah, I can see an easy new salter. Excellent. That's my rusty lockbox. Fuel cell, okay. Fuel cells are a decent item. Basically, they give you a second charge of your equipment. But just in case I misunderstand how Mountain works, I am going to get one more item before we go for the boss. Because with this mod pack, at least, I'm not completely sure whether the boss items will count for a single item drop, or whether it'll be one of each. I'm guessing it's going to be one of each, so I'll get one item and one item will go to the pool. But just in case I get 2 greens from this, that's why I've set myself up so that the next items are guaranteed check. Yeah, one item, one to the void. Okay. Good job I tested, but... And everything's dead. Right, I need to be very careful here. So I go into the void prison with the correct number of location checks. Right, so I'm looking for purity. Purity looks like a star. Nope. There we go, one. Okay, now this one doesn't matter because it's still a void. Oh, one more purity. Come on, don't hold out on me. There we go. Let's have a look at these. No, not really interested in them. So I'll buy this. Crit Scythe could be useful. I've got 5% crit chance, so is it worth it? Some healing is nice. Let's go for it. I took probably the 3 worst items it could have taken. Now I take this, just for an extra void item. Is the purity not enough? I'm sure it was. Maybe it's not. Maybe I need an extra purity. I might be one short. I'm sure it was 2. Maybe it is 3. Basically, every purity reduces all my cooldowns by 2 seconds. So what I need to do is get my smoke bomb ability to have a cooldown of less than 2 seconds, so that I can fly, basically. Every time I get a kill with my revolver shot, this one, it increases the damage of every shot after that as well. Where am I going? That way. So what I can do is I can... make kits. Unfortunately, I'm killing most of them in a single shot. This seems to be going slower to charge than I remember. But yeah, I now seem to think I need another void altar, a newt altar, so I can get one more purity. I mean, it is literally just so I can avoid having to do a quite long level. This item will be for me, the next one. Shield will do, that's fine. I'm looking for a purple beam. There we go, way over in the distance. I've got 40 stacks of my revolver shot, apparently. Right, the next item is a shared item. I kind of need to be more careful now because the focus crystal means that any damage dealt to me by a creature in really close range does extra damage on top of it as well. And so the range isn't even that close because he's got 5 of them. Right, looking for another one. And now you can see how you kind of fly by using the... You jump, then you get a boost from that, and then you make an attack and you get another boost. With another purity, I'll be able to do that quite quickly, and we'll be able to basically gain infinite height by just repeating those actions on a reasonable time. No, not mini mushrooms. Mini mushrooms are like artillery pieces. They do a lot of damage. I really don't want to be hit by them. But I do get a green item now, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I'll get a green item for completing this. Another fuel cell, okay. Yeah, I think one more purity will definitely be enough for flight. I've had two very lucky things happen here so far in this one portal. I had loads of jellyfish exploding and chaining the explosion together, so I didn't actually take damage from them dying. But they could have instantly killed me because I didn't notice the 5 jellyfish swimming right behind me. $83 stacks for the revolver shot though, that's pretty high. I think I am actually just going to have to sit here and heal for a little bit. Is that going to be enough? Yeah. Should have healed a bit more. Who else am I going to go for? In fact, I'm actually going to stop here very briefly. I'll be back on a bit later. I think I'm going to play some Dark Souls 3. So, thank you for watching.